Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Zealous here, and today we're going to be doing a video on fixing my car's alignment. My car is lowered on some H&R Performance lowering springs. I did not get footage of that. Honestly, I kind of just threw them in. They didn't really take me too long, but I plan on going coilover anyway, so you guys will definitely see that. Damn, look at her. She's so sexy over there. I'm looking at her right now. Look at me just walking up on her. But yeah, she's lowered on H&R lowering springs. I plan on going coils eventually. The lowering springs, we're kind of just to do them once, because I've always wanted to try them and see what they feel like. But as you can see, I mean, the fitment is okay. I think with some spacers, I probably have like a 1-finger wheel gap in the front and rear. But I look, you want to be slammed, and I want to get some hot boy wheels too. So stay tuned for that. That's definitely coming in the future. But yeah, I probably picked this video up tomorrow, because I probably won't have any time today to get it into the shop, as I already shut everything down and now we're in the vehicle. But when you get up to speed and when you let off, it pulls. And this is actually a way that you can test your alignment. So let me go ahead and flip the camera. All right, so now we are recording the road. The way you test your alignment, well, we're coming up to a red light now. I think let's hope this guy wants to smoke so we can race him, get it on film for the vlog. Oh, it's a chick. I don't think she wants to smoke. But what we'll do a pull at the light, check for cops. We'll do a pull at the light and see if they want to run it at the next one. But I forgot that this light turns yellow first. God, what is this chick doing over here on their fucking right side? I don't think they want to smoke, for real. I think they're scared. Oh, okay, she's tripping. Alright, so the way you test your alignment is you let go of the wheel, and you can see that my car's pulling pretty aggressively to the right, to the point where I gotta like take action. If not, I'll make a complete right turn. Here, I can show you guys again. Well, we're coming up to another red light and see if this Camry wants it. If this Camry wants it, the Camry can get it, because we can definitely beat the Camry. But you want to get above about 50 miles an hour, and then you want to let off, and then you can see the vehicle drifting over to the right. I'm probably gonna put the vlog down, drive home, vibe out to some music. If anything else interesting happens, you'll see it in the video. All right, so we're coming up on my favorite corners on my drive home. Hit a downshift, another one, hit another one, grab second. Clean Corvette just drove by, clean Mustang drove by. Get down into first gear. Go ahead and make this right turn. And now let me flip the camera so you guys see the other two corners. I'm gonna go ahead, turn in. And we pull up behind this clean C6 Vet. You guys are like, that was weak. I mean, honestly, bro, I live in Florida, where every corner is a pleasure. And the fact that that has an elevation change, plus like a sweeping left-hander that turned into a right, that goes into a straight, it's kind of a vibe. I really do enjoy it. I'm gonna put the camera down, go ahead back to driving, because we're caught up in traffic. Traffic at this time blows, even though we're coming up on an underpass. So I might keep filming until I get to that underpass, so you guys can hear this beast under the underpass. Because if you're into cars and you're not into doing pulls under underpasses, are you even into cars? That's the real question. This thing sounds so mean in the underpass. I almost didn't get the clip. Holy. Alright, well, I'm putting the camera down now. Yo, what up, guys? So we finally made it on the alignment rack, as you guys can see. Obviously I'm wearing a different shirt in the second half of this video. It's been about a week since I filmed the first half of the video, but again, we're doing just a short walk around. You guys see the car. All right, so now we're in the next step of the alignment. Honestly, I'm gonna put the camera down and pick it back up when I'm actually doing the alignment, just because all this stuff is very specific to the fact that I'm on an alignment rack. Like right now, I'm about to do a caster measurement, which is basically when you depress the brake pedal and you sweep the wheels left and right, and then the alignment machine will do all the math and it'll tell you what your caster measurements are. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that and pick the camera back up when we're underneath the car. All right, so now we are underneath the vehicle. We are in the back and we are looking for our toe adjustments. 10 out of 10, it's gonna be some rear center bolts, and I'm almost positive that it is these 2 bolts that adjust our toe. As you can see, they're going into the spring bucket and all that stuff. So that's my guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the front and the rear. I don't know where I'm gonna put the camera down at, but this is a perfect opportunity to show you guys the exhaust. Let me go ahead and flip the camera. So as for an exhaust solution, we did end up going with a side exit because we didn't buy enough pipe. But I do intend on doing a cat delete and then getting this professionally done and going with a certain JDM muffler that is typically not for these vehicles, but I definitely want to get something custom done for this car because I feel like it kind of deserves it. I appreciate it a lot. So yeah, we went to O'Reilly's, our favorite place to get parts. We reused a bunch of bits of the stock exhaust. That's the stock exhaust pipe that goes into this long, I think it's like an 18-inch pipe. There's a clamp here, clamp there. We reused the stock mount. We use this this elbow here to turn it out. We use another 18-inch pipe, and we use another piece of the stock exhaust, and it just shoots out right here. It doesn't hit it, clears the side skirt pretty well. It's not too bad, and it doesn't melt the paint too bad. It did it at first, but now that it's kind of at its final resting place, it's pretty chill. So all right, so back to our alignment. I'm gonna set you guys down there. So I'm looking at, so actually on the driver's side, our rear toe is mint. So we don't want to touch that. We're going to go ahead and switch to our passenger side here. And let's go ahead, there's an 18 here. You don't want to drop your tools. All right, so we got our 18 ratcheting wrench here and an 18 ratchet. The computer calls for 18 mil wrench and a 18 mil socket on a ratchet. So we do have the 18 mil socket, but we decided to go with our ratchet wrench just because these things are God's gift to humanity when it comes to alignment. So we already got the rear line pretty good. So I'm gonna try to keep this this ratchet as straight as possible, so that way it doesn't adjust at all whilst we are tightening it down, because that is definitely something you got to be wary of. Oh, I adjusted it in the wrong direction. There we go. So we are at 9 degrees on both sides. The driver's side moving a little bit, but don't worry about that. So both of our rear alignment measurements are coming in at the same. It looks like we might have to adjust the driver's side because it is kind of a little bit towed in, and it keeps changing that measurement to 10 degrees, so it definitely might touch that so that it's a little more centered. We're back under the car. We set you guys down here, and let's go ahead and get this eccentric bolt broke loose so we can make our adjustments to the suspension components. Move. Nope, it didn't. All right, perfect. All right, so now we're all tight. Now we're looking up at the thing, and they're both reading at 9/100ths of a degree. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the front now, and that's a different set of tools. So we're looking at our toe. Currently on the driver's side, we have 20 degrees of toe in. So that actually means that what that actually means is that our driver's side wheel is actually pushing us to the right. So it's not that our passenger side is pulling us around, it's that our driver's side is putting us there. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our next set of tools. I don't know if we're actually gonna end up needing this 24 and this 21. Let's go ahead and check now, because it did recommend 2, and this, yeah, so it's gonna end up being a 24. So you don't need a 21 if you're watching this and you have a Passat. You only need a 24 and a 15 to get the job done. First things first, to get your alignment started, you want to go ahead and get this this lock nut on your tie rod broke loose. So I'm gonna go ahead and break this one loose, and then once you have that broken loose, you want to spin it. There's always going to be like a hexed off part where you can fit your smaller wrench onto, and you can turn the inner tie rod and then get your alignment all situated. But let me go ahead and flip the camera and get this done really quick. All right, we are back on the wide camera, and we're gonna go ahead and get this aligned properly really quick. It's nice having the light over here, but it's okay. We don't need it. Go ahead and put that loose. It's always gonna be a little bit tight because it's supposed to be. You don't want that alignment adjusting on the fly all the time. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tow it in. Sorry, tow it back out because there's a lot of inward drive for whatever reason. Whoever aligned this car, or if it ever saw an alignment rack, it had a bunch of tow in on both sides, which is like okay because it sends the car forward when you're driving. But since there was so much more, there's a drastic difference in the sheer amount of tow that was on the driver's side tow in and the passenger side tow in. It obviously caused problems for the alignment, and it caused the vehicle to pull to the right. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the left side adjusted. This is the one that was towed super far in. We're gonna go ahead and pop that lock nut off. And we're gonna go ahead and spin this hex version, or this hex bit too. So we're looking pretty money. We got another 9 degrees in the front as well. That's what the specified thing is. And obviously since we're there, that means our alignment is done. So next, we're gonna take it out on the road, make sure that it drives straight. And if that should be the end of the video. I do have some news for you. So stick around to the end of the video because I did just confirm something. I did just register for a certain event. So we should be having super fun soon. But let's go ahead and take this car out on the road and see how the alignment rides. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to head out on the road and we're gonna do an alignment test. So I'm also gonna teach you guys how to do that. Oh my God, this thing sounds insane. All right, so we're pulling out of this undisclosed location and we're pulling out onto the main street, sorry. So we're gonna go about 50 miles an hour and then we're going to let off of the throttle and see in which direction the vehicle pulls. And it's looking like there is a slight pull to the right, but that is to be expected because no road is actually flat. They pull, every road has a crest to it, a highest point and 2 low points, basically, and that's for water evacuation. It is, I believe it's government law. So the vehicle pulls a little bit to the right. Honestly, I ain't mad about it. I'm just gonna call it for the video. So I want to say thank you guys for watching and I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.